Very good morning, friends. Today we are moving on to day 6 of our 2-week refresher program on NAC awareness and accreditation, revised accreditation framework. So criteria 4, it's all about infrastructure and learning resources, which carries 100 points. So introduction, every institution has to ensure that they should have a proper facilities to the teachers and students in terms of like a classroom with ICT enabled one, like Wi-Fi campus, proper lab facilities for the students and teachers. There should be they should be have a proper IT software lab, English communication lab, and also taking into account of library as well, a lot of e-learning resources, materials. So all such things have to be given to the students and teachers, and then and where you have to upgrade as well. It should not be a constant one. Some outdated softwares and materials need to be upgraded with the latest softwares. So that is where the NAC is insisting in this criterion 4. So there are four key indicators which carries 100 points. So physical facilities, library as a learning resources, IT infrastructure and maintenance of campus infrastructure, which all put together comes to 100 points. So first one is 4.1 physical facilities, which carries 30 points, under which you have a subclassification. 4.1.1, the institution has adequate infrastructure and physical facilities for teaching learning, that is namely classrooms, laboratories, computer equipment, etc., which carries 6 points. So it is a Q1M, which is qualitative in nature. You have to give your part in a descriptive part. So what you have to give it in a descriptive part, which has been stated in the slide, like what kind of a classroom that you are providing with ICT enabled classrooms, language laboratory, and library, the computer lab facilities, how many computer labs with the computers, and what are all the softwares that you are providing, seminar halls, auditorium, a smart classroom. So since our college we are having a visual communication, so what kind of studios that we are maintaining, and you should have a proper restrooms, lift facilities, and announcement stand is comma, etc. So all such things need to be elaborated. Suppose if you are having 50 classrooms, how many classrooms are enabled with ICT? So all such information you have to give a very detailed information with the possibility of photograph as well. So next, under 4.1 you have 4.1.2. The institution has adequate facilities for cultural activities, sports, games, indoor and outdoor, gymnasium, yoga center, etc., which carries 4 points. So again, this is qualitative in nature, where you have to give 500 words description part. So again, what need to be updated in this key indicator is you have to give what all the indoor and outdoor games offered for the students, and if you have a gym facility, you have to mention yoga, availability of coaches. If any of the sports you have a special coaches appointed by the institution, their name, what kind of facility, what kind of sports event the coaches are appointed, and then every college they have this annual sports day event. So any of the students are representing the university team. I hope in our college most of the students are representing universities, particularly in volleyball, kabaddi tournament, so Coco as well. So what kind of cultural activities facilities provided for the students, exhibiting and the hidden talents, like organizing the talent hunt show for the students, students participation intercollegiate level and achievements. I think again, recent past in the for the past 3 to 4 years, our students are doing the excellent job in participating in various intercollegiate events and got laurels to our college. So all such facilities and activities may be geotagged with photos. So everything you need to have a proper document with the photographs. Any events organized, as I said, you should have a proper report, and followed by it can also be published in your website and also in the newspaper if possible as well. So under 4.1, you have 10 points goes to this 4.1.3 percentage of classrooms and seminars with ICT enabled facilities such as smart class learning management system. So like there are 5 categories over here is the number of classrooms with LCD facilities, number of classrooms with Wi-Fi and LAN facilities, number of smart classrooms, number of classrooms with LMS, that is learning management system facilities, number of seminar hall with ICT facilities. So all such things we have to work on it, because very few we have it in our seminar hall and auditorium, and we have it in a lab, but we have to satisfy our management, because if you prepare e-learning resources materials through soft copy, you can show to the management that we have prepared this much of e-learning resources. So we need like you need a LCD facilities inside the classrooms, which gives us a more weightage. You can see here this is the quantifiable information where we will get 10 points. So the proof of the document, geotag photographs of classrooms, and see like labs and workshops with ICT. I think every lab will have this ICT, but that part should not be counted here. Here they are talking about everything in the classrooms. So only classrooms or seminar halls with ICT enabled should be mentioned over here. So if possible, you can also mention the layout. You can show the layout of the classrooms where you have installed this ICT enabled tool. So under 4.1, the last 10 points is average percentage of expenditure excluding salary for infrastructure augmentation. So I hope this is to be carried forward by the accounts and finance manager. See like excluding salary for infrastructure augmentation, in the sense here they are mentioning about how many physical facilities that you are purchased, like in the sense this much of LCDs that we have purchased acquired during the academic year. For example, I am taking LCD. So like maintenance should not taking part in this 4.1.4, that you have a separate metrics will be there, but here they are talking about only the procurement, not the maintenance part. You can see the last sentence of this PPT: avoid recurring expenditure on laboratory, maintenance of infrastructure, acquisition of books, journals under this metric will not be taken into account. So like it totally talks about the procurement, that is how much that you have purchased, and you should have a proper breakup in the financial statement, and the same has to be verified by the chartered accountant. So moving on to the next key indicator is 4.2, library as a learning resource, which carries 20 points. So out of which the sub classification 4.2.1, library is automated with integrated library management system, ILMS. So this is carries 5 points, and this is a qualitative in nature. So you should have you have to write a description of about 500 words. So you have to mention what is the name of the ILMS software that you're using, whether it is fully automated or partially automated, what is the version that you're using, and you should have a proper bills when it has been acquired, the vendor name, everything. You should have a proper document, and you have to mention the screenshots of your library, integrated library management system, and the librarian must ensure that all your books and journals are entered in the software, and also you should have a proper accession register that need to be maintained. So the next 5 points for the institution as subscription of e-journals, e-Shodh Ganga, membership, e-books, etc. So apart from you have books in the library, you should have e-resources as well. So institutions should state the number of e-resources available and where you have subscribed, a subscription confirmation letter, and the paid, whatever the amount that you have paid, all such details carry forward as a proof of document. And also you should have a proper screenshots of the facilities claimed with the name of higher education institution. And also you should provide a link in the institution website for the selected options verification by DVV. So data validation verification partner may go to our website and check for this e-learning resources. So any soft copy of printed books that should not be taken into account here, so that will not forming part of ebook. So the next five again, this has to be taken forward by the finance accounts and finance manager. So average annual expenditure for purchase of books, e-books and subscription to journals. So the librarian should ensure every year that they are upgrading themselves by purchasing books and e-books and subscription as well, because like the university insisting at least for per program, say for example if I take BCom general, you should procure at least 100 books. Similarly for each and every program, every year you should procure 100 books. So this is general prescription given by the University of Madras. So how much the expenditure that taken place for the purchase of books and journals, which is to be, there should have a proper breakup in our annual report, and which has to be certified by our auditor. So 4.2.4 percentage per day usage of library by teachers and students. So this is through online and all through off as well as footfalls offline as well, which carries 5 points. So the method of computing per day usage of library, number of users using library through e-access, number of physical users accessing library, certified e-copy of the ledger for footfalls for 5 days need to be taken a screenshot to be uploaded. This is a quantifiable information. I hope the in our college, I think all such things are maintained. Only thing every day you need to ensure that every day whether the students or teachers are accessing this library. Even the DVV partner may ask for a particular date. Earlier, they ask some 1 or 2 days screenshot of the page, but nowadays what they are insisting is they will take some day, say 15th February. So you need to take 15th February and you have to take it, scan and upload it in the NAC SSR report. So the next key indicator is IT infrastructure, which carries 30 points. So 4.3.1 institution has an IT policy covering Wi-Fi, cyber security, and allocated budget for updating its IT facilities, which carries 8 points. So this is qualitative in nature, where you need to give description for about 500 words. I hope last third cycle computer science department have framed this IT policy. The only thing where we need to upgrade certain things, and it should contain, we have to ensure that all such things listed point in the PPT need to be updated in our IT policy. So how much the budget that you are going to allocate for the particular academic year, how many computer labs, and how many systems that you have, and networking equipments, hardwares and softwares, language lab. Since we in our college we have this visual communication program, so what kind of studios that we are maintaining, whether it got upgraded or not, and internet access with MBBS, proper MBBS speed, ERP, ICT, firewall and antivirus, and how frequency that you are updated this IT policy. So all such things have to disclose in this 500 words under 4.3.1. So this is very important, which carries 8 points. 4.3.2, the student computer ratio. So as per the guidelines of university, they are insisting two students can access one system. Suppose in your college you have 2000 students. So like at least you have minimum of 1000 systems to satisfy the knack, and as well as not to satisfy the snack, but also you need to provide a proper facility for the students. So this we will get 8 points. So number of students is to number of computers. This data can be in alignment of the affiliated university. As I said, University of Madras prescribing two student can access one system. So the procurement of bills, computers purchased bills, and highlight the entries of computers purchased in the stock register. So you should have a stock register where you need to like update the number of computers newly procured, how many computers has been discarded, outdated, all such things to be recorded in this stock register. The computers for office and faculty use will not be considered, and see they like exclusively for students. So certain things where the system will be placed in office or faculty staff room, that will not be taken into account. So like so where we need to we have to ensure two student can access one computer. So if we validate this, definitely we'll get 8 points. So this is internet connectivity, which carries 10 points. So institutions with more than 500 Mbps will get good score. So this is what NAC prescribed. So like you need to have a proof of document of the bills that you have paid to the internet service provider. So like only lease line connectivity in the name of HCI will be considered. So this carries 10 points and it can be easily obtained, I think so. 4.3.4, institution has facilities for e-content development, which carries 4 points. So where we have Viscom Studio, where we can insist the teachers to take online class, e-learning content preparation. And I hope last year some 5 to 6 faculties have prepared this e-content development in through Viscom Studio. So it's not a one-time activity. It should have a ongoing process. So every day the media center should have a teacher sharing the content. It can be recorded and the same can be shared in our even a YouTube channel, which we will get more subscribers, and our YouTube channel usage will increase. So how many list of e-content developed? You should have a proper list, and this is a quantifiable information. So you need to give the proper link to the NAC peer team. So 4.4, next moving on to the last major criteria under key indicator under this criteria is maintenance of campus infrastructure, which carries 20 points, out of which 4.4.1, average percentage of expenditure incurred on maintenance of infrastructure, physical and academic support facilities, excluding salary component, which carries 10 points. So like again, the accounts and finance manager has to ensure that they should have a proper breakup in our financial statement to list down like expenditure on maintenance of academic facilities, and also expenditure on maintenance of physical facilities. So it should have a proper breakup. Those values for the past 5 years need to be updated in NAC portal, since it is a quantifiable data need to be entered in our NAC portal. So the income and expenditure statement, where it taken as a proof of document, which has to be certified by the auditor. So 4.4.2, the final 10 marks for there are established systems and procedure for maintaining and utilizing physical, academic and support facilities, laboratory, library, sports complex, computers, classrooms, etc., which carries 10 points. So as I said, from day one, we are just talking about all the criteria, and I am just insisting the IQAC team to prepare manuals for each and every process. So here also they are insisting on that part. Describe policy details of systems and procedure for maintaining and utilizing physical academic support facility with a maximum of 1000 words, which carries 10 points. So, what kind of a policy, you should create a policy for the following. Institution should have maintenance committee to supervise the infrastructure maintenance. That is, how much you should have a proper budget. What kind of an infrastructure facilities need to be upgraded this year. That should have to be maintained in the policy. That is in the manual, and when to discard, when to procure new materials, special technical experts for maintenance and repairs of computers. So like upgradation, like software upgradation, maintenance of the systems. So when to carry out all such process need to be displayed in the manual. So also you should have a different committees to take care, like garden maintenance, physical infrastructure, canteen, parking zone, sports maintenance, library facilities. So for each and every process, they should have a proper policy. The policy is nothing but the procedural aspects, the system. So if we follow that system, definitely we can go on a a right path, and we can achieve very good heights in terms of this NAC accreditation process, and as well, very importantly, we can provide a proper infrastructure and learning resources facilities to the students and teachers as well. So that's the end of day 6, infrastructure and learning resources criterion 4. And please subscribe the channel, um, and please raise your question through Google Classroom. Why I'm insisting on Google Classroom is you can retrieve the information at any point of time. Suppose in 2022-23 we are going for NAC accreditation process. Even at that time also you can retrieve this information. And if it is WhatsApp, I think if you change the mobile and if there is no proper backup, then definitely the data will erase. So I request, just keep on insisting the team to please share your thoughts, opinions, suggestions, everything through Google Classroom, so that we can we can have a document on it. So thank you so much.